Hey guys, welcome back. So what I'm doing here is changing the jet pump and the housing and the shaft. So the first thing I do is take off the reversing nozzle here and the actual nozzle. I've noticed some damage on it already, so that's gonna have to be fixed. Like this definitely here was not the factory hardware. Yeah, definitely not factory here. Okay, so next thing that needs to come off is this spring right here. Pretty simple there. And then the steering arm over here. Okay, so up next, like I said, I'm gonna take off this right here. It has a lock nut on it. I think this one here is actually factory hardware. Make sure not to lose any of those washers. Okay, so up next we're going to be removing the bolts holding the nozzle on. Okay, so there's going to be two on each side. This one also has some iffy hardware. This bolt's definitely not factory. It's a different size down here on the bottom. It feels rather seized up. Definitely not the factory bolt there. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove the top one here. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove the two on this side. I'll do the bottom one first so it doesn't completely fall off on me. And one more here at the top. There we go. And then this piece here will just slide out like that. So now we're ready to remove the actual pump here. Okay, so there's going to be 4 bolts holding the pump on. 2 on either side. They're going to be 17 millimeter. And then there's going to be 2 more on this side. One more right up here. Okay, so now the pump should just come off with a little bit of wiggling. Yep, just like that. There we go. So yeah, this pump's definitely seen better days. Alright, so up next we're going to head into the boat. Okay, so the next step is going to be getting this pushed back, which is no easy task. There's actually, some people use a 2x6 and they stick it right here, then they tap the shaft forward because it'll go in some and out some like that. You can kind of see it there. So I was unable to do that, so I'll have these kind of thick paint sticks that I'm going to try to use and hope for the best. So you just kind of wedge them in there against the drive plate and the ring here. Okay. I'm going to go tap the shaft from the back and hope for the best. Probably not going to work. If I get this one to stay in place, it'll work. Okay. Fingers crossed. Alright, we got it. So there's this little ring here. The half clip, circlip type thing. Right there, you can kind of see it. So I'm going to pop that off real quick. Now the shaft will just pull out the back. Just like that. Then we'll loosen that clamp. And there we have it. And find that ring wherever that went. There it is. Okay. So now we're ready to install the new shaft. Okay, so it's time to start putting it back together now. So the first thing I'm going to put in is the new carbon seal. I already got the front, sorry, I don't know if you can see that. I already got the front carbon seal and O-ring on there, so I just need to slip it onto the back one here. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna tighten that up. You don't go over tight on this, you could crush it actually. Okay, so up next, I'm gonna repack some grease into this, into there, because I don't have my grease gun yet. I haven't found it. This, of course, is marine grease. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit more. Okay, so the next piece is this, the collar. The thing we got up earlier. It has two internal O-rings that go into these grooves inside of it. And then it'll have the C-clip that kind of holds it all together. So they just work the O-rings into the groove. Just like that. There we go. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of marine grease in there too. Okay, so now I'm gonna insert the drive shaft from the back of the boat. Definitely make sure you get the right end going forward. That's will be a lot more helpful to you probably. So you don't want to go all the way yet. So we got to get this collar on there. So of course the flat side is going to go towards the carbon seal. You really don't want to get any grease on that, kind of like I already did. So it's going to go on this way. And it's going to be a pretty tight fit, but I'll just get it right there. Then I'll have to go give the drive shaft a bit of a push. So it's generally one of the more difficult parts because this likes to, of course, not slide very easily. Yeah, I think we're gonna use the same technique we used to get that off. All right, so I put the pump on so the drive shaft would stop moving back since I don't have the correct tool, which most of you probably won't. So now, hopefully we can get it moved back on it. There we go. Okay, so now, the trick is we got to force that ring back far enough to get the little clip on it. Okay, so now it's time to reinstall the jet pump. So it's going to be almost just like the, we took it off, we're going to put it on back the same way kind of thing. Okay, so my first step, off camera here, I'm going to be putting some of the marine grease in here just like I did on the other end, into the prop hole. Okay, so we're ready to install the pump. So the first thing to go on is this seal right here. It goes around the outside. It'll come in the camera here in a moment. This seal right here. So you're just gonna put the pump on and line it up with the shaft. Usually I have to get under it and kind of poke it in there. So now I'm just going to reinstall the washers and the nuts here.
Okay, so now we're going to torque that down.
Okay, so these are going to be torqued down to 31 Newton meters.
So the next thing to go in is the siphon tube.
It just kind of slides in right here. Pretty straightforward on that. There's two sets right there, just like that.
Now ready to go ahead and put the nozzle back on.